Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2023 Nissan Versa SR. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. There's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Nissan Versa takes up a pretty unique position in today's market, as it's one of the last remaining truly affordable entry-model cars that's still offered with a manual transmission. With most manufacturers having abandoned their small sedan offerings in favor of compact crossovers, the most direct competitor to the Versa nowadays is the Kia Rio, which is not available with a manual and therefore comes in at a higher starting price. The Versa was thoroughly redesigned for the 2020 model year and sees a modest refresh for 2023 to enhance its appeal with updated exterior styling and additional standard features. Nissan completely reimagined their entry-level sedan with a design that leaves a lasting first impression. The new design features lower, wider, and longer exterior dimensions while retaining a surprisingly roomy interior. Under Nissan's emotional geometry design language, the Versa features the brand's signature V-motion grille, boomerang-shaped headlamps and tail lamps, kick-up C-pillars, and floating roof. The result is an entry-level car that can be described as energetic, provocative, and engaging, not something you can typically say about a compact sedan. This is especially true when comparing it with its predecessor. Dimensionally, the new Versa is 1.6 inches longer and 1.8 inches wider. It's also 2.3 inches lower in height, giving it a sportier, more premium appearance. Contributing to the Versa's improved stance are reduced gaps between the fenders and tires. The coefficient of drag is an aerodynamic 0.29, which also helps lead to a quieter interior. The new dimensions also help provide easier ingress and egress through all four doors. Despite so many exterior changes, the interior remains roomy, especially when it comes to the rear seat. In addition, the new body offers a wider, more user-friendly trunk opening and impressive cargo space. Halogen headlamps with auto on-off feature are standard, with the Versa SR featuring LED low and high beam headlights, LED signature lamps, and fog lights. The Versa SR also includes a dark chrome front grille and body-colored trunk lid spoiler. Other available exterior features include heated side mirrors with integrated turn signals and body-color exterior door handles on the SV and SR. Visual enhancements for 2023 include a new front fascia with an updated grille, new Nissan brand logos inside and out, a new 17-inch alloy wheel design for the SR, and a new paint color. There are 3 models to choose from, with base pricing starting at $15,830 with a manual transmission or $17,500 with a CVT. The models include S, SV, and SR. The SR starts at $19,820. There are 7 colors to choose from, with this example being finished in electric blue metallic. This example is also equipped with the optional carpeted floor mats and trunk mat, as well as the electronics package. The total MSRP for what you see here, including destination, is $22,065. The Versa S comes standard with 15 by 6.5 inch steel wheels and full wheel covers, while the SV gets upgraded with 16 by 6 inch machine finished alloy wheels. The SR has the sportiest looking setup with 17 inch gloss black wheels with machined accents. They're wrapped in 205/50 all-season tires. A temporary spare tire is mounted in the trunk. A tire pressure monitoring system with easy fill tire alert is standard. The Versa's brakes consist of 10-inch internally ventilated disc brakes in front with single-piston calipers and 8-inch drum brakes in the rear. ABS with electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, and hill start assist are standard. With this setup, the Versa can stop from 60 miles an hour in just 124 feet with good pedal feel and confident performance. The park and brake is operated by a mechanical lever in the center console. Compared to the previous generation, this new Versa features enhanced ride and handling thanks to an improved independent strut front suspension with a 21mm stabilizer bar and twin-tube shock absorbers, along with a torsion beam rear axle with twin-tube shock absorbers. Rear suspension changes include polyurethane bump stops and a more rigid beam design. Roll angle has been reduced by 15%, and crosswind stability has been improved due to improved yaw rates, tire size increase, and a 20mm expansion of the front chin spoiler. Body rigidity has also been enhanced versus the previous generation, through a combination of structural modifications, increased thickness of select parts, and additional structural pieces. In addition, the electric power steering system features a high rigidity shaft, up 30% from the previous design, providing a more responsive feel. The electric power assisted steering has an overall ratio of 16.8 to 1, and it takes nearly 3 full turns to go from lock to lock. The turning diameter is a tight 34.8 feet. The 3-spoke steering wheel has a sporty flat-bottom design with grip bolsters at 10 and 2. It's leather-wrapped on the SR with accent stitching. The upper spokes house switches for cruise control, audio, and the hands-free phone system. The switches are standard on all models. One pretty cool feature is the 7-inch drive assist display. It's a combination digital and analog instrument cluster that's standard on the SV and SR. The speedometer is analog while everything else is viewed within the digital portion on the left. In addition to a digitized tachometer, you also have easy access to all sorts of information, from audio and economy information to drive information, including assistance features, warning indicators, and tons of vehicle settings. The Versa is powered by a naturally aspirated 1.6-liter 4-cylinder. It develops 122 horsepower at 6,300 RPM and 114 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. That's 13 horsepower and 7 pound-feet of torque more than the previous generation, enabling this example to hit 60 miles an hour in about 9.7 seconds. The Versa is obviously not a performance car. It's a means for affordable, efficient, and practical transportation. I do wish it had a little more power, especially for regular highway trips, but it's more than acceptable for frequent city use. That being said, from initial looks, the engine bay is one of the most accessible I've seen in quite some time, so serviceability should be easy enough that even the avid DIYer should be able to cover the basics. The engine is built using aluminum for the block and head, with a spray-coated bore block, high thermal conductivity piston rings, and sodium-filled exhaust valves. Nissan placed a big emphasis on enhanced fuel economy and emissions with incorporating a unique sequential fuel injection system that features 2 injectors per cylinder. It allows for cleaner burning and uses less fuel than a conventional injector design. The engine also benefits from twin continuously variable valve timing control on both the intake and exhaust cycles. The compression ratio is 10 to 1 and the maximum engine speed is 6,500 RPM. When it comes to fuel economy, the Versa's EPA estimates range between 32 miles per gallon in the city and 40 miles per gallon on the highway. During my week of driving, I averaged 35 miles per gallon using regular fuel. The total tank capacity is 10.8 gallons. The Versa is technically offered with a choice between two transmissions, but unfortunately, the standard 5-speed manual transmission is only available on the S model. An Xtronic CVT transmission is optional on the S model and standard on the SV and SR. This is one area where I feel Nissan is missing the mark. Expanding the availability of the manual transmission to the other models would not only lower the price point some and make it even more attainable, but it would add a little bit more fun to the mix. The biggest downside with the manual transmission versus the CVT is that it's just not as efficient. The CVT lets the Versa achieve significantly better fuel economy. With the manual, expect to see around 27 miles per gallon in the city and 35 miles per gallon on the highway, with a combined average of 30 miles per gallon. This generation Versa benefited from an improved CVT that features a subplanetary gear and revised D-step logic control for improved shift feel and responsiveness versus the previous generation design. The CVT's gear range is 20% wider than conventional CVTs, helping improve both acceleration performance and fuel economy. Honestly, in most driving situations, it feels like a conventional automatic transmission. There's a little button on the shifter that, when pressed, places the transmission into a sport mode for peppier response. Pulling the shifter back all the way places it into low, which can be useful in low-speed, low-grip situations such as a snowy parking lot. The Versa's interior features elements inspired by the Maxima and Ultima, such as the gliding wing instrument panel. The horizontal architecture, available tech features, and the use of better materials adds a fresh, up-level quality to the entire cabin. All in all, it's pretty basic, but it does offer a lot of standard convenience features and a lot of space for a small car. The Versa actually has best-in-class front seat headroom and legroom. Power windows with a driver's side one-touch auto down feature, along with power locks and remote keyless entry, are standard. An intelligent key system is standard on the SR. Push-button ignition is standard on the SV and SR. Overall build quality is actually pretty good, although there's not a lot of soft touch points, but that's to be expected. I didn't notice any creaks or rattles. It's surprisingly solid feeling. Cloth upholstery is standard on all models. The SV gets nicer fabric than the S, while the SR has a unique two-tone theme with accent stitching. The front seats are manually adjustable, 6-way for the driver and 4-way for the passenger. The driver's seat gets height adjustment. While they don't offer adjustable lumbar, the seats are pretty comfortable and offer an appreciable amount of side bolstering. With the SR, heated front seats are standard. A single-zone climate control system is standard. The SR receives an upgraded automatic temperature control system. A 7-inch central touchscreen is standard on the S and SV, and that's paired to a 4-speaker audio system. while the SR receives a larger 8-inch screen and a 6-speaker audio system, which offers a great sound for easy listening. In addition to your standard AM/FM radio, you also have streaming audio via Bluetooth. The SV and SR benefit from Nissan Connect with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Sirius XM satellite radio, and even a wireless phone charging pad. The SR gets further upgraded with Nissan Connect services. When it comes to storage, there's 2 cup holders in the front and bottle holders in the front door panel pockets, a generous glove compartment, and space in the center console. If equipped, the wireless phone charger can be found in the pocket ahead of the shifter. Above that are USB A and C ports and a 12-volt power outlet. The SV and SR also get a center console with a padded armrest that houses an additional USB-C port. Other front area amenities include overhead visors with sunshade extensions, a driver's vanity mirror, overhead lighting, and a day-night rearview mirror. This example, like I mentioned earlier, is also equipped with the optional electronics package, which at $880 comes with matte pocket lights, illuminated kick plates, and a frameless auto-dimming rearview mirror with universal remote. The Versa features the most standard safety technology in its class, with multiple available Nissan Safety Shield 360 features. Standard safety features on every model include automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, rear automatic braking, and high beam assist. Available safety technologies include blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alert. Intelligent driver alertness and rear door alert are standard on the SV and SR. The SR also gets intelligent cruise control. Additional standard safety features on all models include Siri eyes-free, hands-free text messaging assistant, and a rear-view camera. Airbags include driver and passenger front airbags, front seat-mounted side impact airbags, roof-mounted curtain side impact airbags for the front and rear outboard seating positions, and knee airbags for the driver and front passenger. The Versa's rear seat offers a surprising amount of space to seat up to 3 people. The SR's unique upholstery extends back here as well. Sitting 3 adults would be tight, but the middle position is there if needed. Latch child seat anchors are also included for all 3 seating positions for convenience. Like the front, this is a pretty basic space too, but there's several things that I feel are important to mention that I really like, and that's the inclusion of headrests for each seating position, a USB-C charging outlet in the back of the center console, and the ample leg and knee room. I'm 5 foot 10 inches and I felt perfectly fine. It'll start getting tight if you're over 6 feet. The front passenger seat back has a standard mat pocket. There's also bottle holders in the door panels. About the only thing really missing is a fold-down armrest. Overhead lighting and grip handles are also included. The Versa's trunk can be opened via the key fob for extra convenience. With this new generation, the dimensional changes allowed for a wider, more user-friendly trunk opening. There's a generous amount of space inside too, a total of 14.3 cubic feet. The temporary spare tire can be found under the trunk floor. The well it sits in is pretty generous and can be used for additional storage if needed. With the available 60-40 split design of the rear seat, you have greater versatility for carrying larger and bulkier items. To fold them down, simply pull up on the little tabs next to the outboard headrests. The trunk also has lighting so you can see easier at night. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so because of course there's always a lot more content where that came from. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.